Murder on the Orient Express. Don't know why I did that in that accent. Here we go. Oh, wait, I gotta do the intro. Welcome to the channel. I'm Chris. Today we're watching Murder on the Orient Express simply because, honestly, in 2019, I loved the movie Knives Out so much. And the sequel, Glass Onion, is coming out real soon. Netflix original, although it's going to be in theaters the week of Thanksgiving, which I realize you're watching this after that. I'm recording it before that. I will probably see it in theaters since it's going to be released. The point here is I'm really excited about that. So I gave my patrons a poll of various whodunit films, and they selected this one, and now we're watching it. So I know it's based on a novel. I know there is a more modern version that was made. And I'm watching this one from 1974, I do believe. I don't even know where my notebook is or my water. I'm gonna go get that, and then we're gonna watch the movie. Can't be watching a whodunit without a notebook. What are you thinking? Oh my gosh. How am I gonna catch the murderer if I can't take copious notes? Seriously? Thanks for being here. If you enjoy a good murder mystery, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content just like this, and let's experience murder on the Orient Express for the very first time. Armstrong baby kidnapped. Oh no! You have to be a special kind of evil to kidnap a child. It's like a silent film. Is the baby okay? Daisy's mother, Sonia Armstrong. Very interesting way to start this film. I have not seen any movie that had this kind of opening. Daisy found slain? No! Murdered! 5 years later.
Welcome aboard, Miss Debona.
Thank you.
Miss Debona. I'm not gonna get all these names, I'll tell you that now.
The Brigadier's confession was opportune. I say, how did you do it? Was it the old,
He's just good. They know each other. They really do know each other.
Not now. When it's all over, when it's behind us, then.
Bless you.
What a funny little man.
I don't think you'll think he's a funny little man by the end of this film. He's brilliant, probably.
There is not one single first-class sleeping berth on the entire train.
What?
Wow.
I am a director of the line. Monsieur Hercule Poirot is not only a detective of international fame and distinction, but he is also my personal friend.
You have your favorite number 11.
I'm glad she got her favorite number.
Cool, Signor Bianchi. Benvenuto.
She paid very close attention to that.
Mr. Ratchet. Welcome to the number 10. McQueen, lower berth in number 4.
The upper berth is
As arranged.
As a director of the line, I command you to place Monsieur Poirot in what we know to be the empty berth above Mr. McQueen's number 4.
Well, they found him a place. Well, nobody seems excited that he's there.
My second husband also said, take a book of food tickets, Mama, and you'll have no problem at all.
Nobody cares.
I want you to take a job on for me.
Oh,
What is your profession?
we're being rich.
I'm retired.
From what?
Business.
Very vague.
My life has been threatened, Mr. Perot. My secretary can show you 2 letters on file. Let me show you this.
Whoa, hang on. What are you trying to do, buddy?
I sleep on it. 10,000?
In 1935-ish?
15,000.
I'm in.
I have made enough money to satisfy both my needs and my caprices.
Oh, well, if you have all the money you need. Ooh, tunnel. That would be so fun. Yeah, that's why right there. Oh, wait, hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. I mean, bad things could happen under the cover of darkness. Where'd he go? Did he just leave? Did somebody grab him?
I'm transferring Signor Bianchi's luggage to the Pullman. He's giving you his own compartment.
Such generosity deserves my thanks.
Who are my new neighbors?
To the right, in number 10, is Mr. Ratchet.
And where is the loquacious Mrs. Hubbard? I should like to get some sleep tonight.
Beyond Mr. Ratchet, in the number 11.
It's me, Sir Beddoes, with your sedative.
Sedative or poison?
Good night.
Good night, monsieur, and pleasant dreams. In number 9.
Oh, no, put it on the table.
And one for his mustache, too? Is that a thing?
Come in.
Ooh, he can hear everything. up. Something's happened.
May you not have pleasant dreams.
Presumably something's happened. It seems to me Mr. Ratchet's going to be killed. Who's to say?
So now there's a man in my room. I woke up in the dark 3 minutes ago and there was a man hiding in this compartment. I sensed it.
Who dat? A lot of activity.
Your Amber Moon, Mr. Ratchet.
I'm afraid Mr. Ratchet's been murdered.
The chain.
Yeah, break it open. Dang it. Oh, whoa, that's interesting. Huh.
How long do you think before we can start getting out
As
of
the
here?
station master abroad sees that we do not arrive on time, he will send...
Signor Bianchi and Dr. Constantine.
Mind the broken glass, gentlemen.
Was drugged.
With what?
Don't touch. Oh.
Mr. Ratchet has been frontally stabbed
What?
10, 11, 12 times.
That's excessive. Makes me feel like it was personal.
There is something in the pocket.
Permit me. His watch.
Oh, interesting. So now we know the time of death.
And ring for the conductor at 20 minutes to 1. Said he had been having a cauchemar, a nightmare.
We must concentrate on the Calais coach.
Where, in my amateur opinion, the murderer is with us now.
Almost certainly, yeah.
God's laws have been burst. Thou shalt not kill.
I was nearest to his murderer.
The man in her cart
It was
compartment.
pitch dark, of course, and my eyes were closed in terror.
Then how did you know it was a man?
Because I've enjoyed very warm relationships with both my husbands.
Could you discreetly procure me a lady's hat box, one of the big old-fashioned kind?
I was his secretary.
For how long?
Okay.
Year, give or-
So he has the letters. We're gonna need those.
He was hampered by not knowing any languages. I acted more as his courier than as his secretary. It was a pleasant enough job. He never talked about his background.
Why?
Well, I began to believe that he had left America to escape something, you know. He began to get these anonymous letters.
I kill killers. Prepare to die.
I thought they would be more detailed letters, but okay.
Any other threatening letters?
He used to burn them.
That explains
What?
Well,
my interest in hat boxes.
A shallow?
where are you off to?
There were two murderers, a strong man and a weak man. At the time of the murder, Ratchet was too drugged to cry out.
The initial age.
That should not be hard to identify.
I want a Christian name or surname.
Has it occurred to you that there are too many clues?
Too many clues.
The burnt paper.
I was wondering if he could somehow like magically put the burned letter back together.
So, memorize, you are my only witnesses.
Oh. I don't know what that says.
ISYARMS.
What does that mean?
We know the true identity of Mr. Ratchet.
Oh.
Do you remember the Armstrong case?
Yep. Daisy.
And Ratchet was a murderer?
Cassetti.
Que mostro, he had a child's blood on his hands.
He had worse than that.
Mrs. Armstrong gave premature birth to a stillborn child and herself died in the process.
Heartbreaking.
5, that's 5.
What a shocking web of death. Someone murdered him in revenge?
Your full name is Pierre Paul Michel. I note the cancellation of your wife's photograph nearly 5 years ago.
She died, monsieur,
Sad.
of grief at the death of our only daughter. There was one lady who opened the door, I don't know which, and walked in the direction of the toilet.
Right.
You and I both heard Mr. Ratchet ring his bell several times and then apologize for having had a nightmare.
We didn't actually see Mr. Ratchet at that time, though, did we? We just heard a voice.
He was in fact Cassetti, the gangster who masterminded the kidnapping and killing of little Daisy Armstrong.
My father was the district attorney, yeah, who handled the Armstrong case.
Oh, wow. Seems like multiple people on the train have lost someone.
He murdered Cassidy. He practically confessed as much.
No.
The psychology is wrong. Fairy godmother.
Ah! Godmother! Now you have accidentally said something valuable.
You only get to contribute by accident.
Did you put this on my table during dinner?
No, sir.
So I want to know how it got here.
Mm-hmm. Someone put it there.
Did you talk together much?
Oh, no, sir. I prefer to read.
Hey, what are you reading, Mr. Bedouis?
Love's Captive by Mrs. Arabella Richardson.
Is it about sex?
No, it's about 10:30.
It's about 10:30. And after that, you went to sleep.
Oh, no, sir. Not until 4 in the morning.
Whoa.
Unfortunately, I had the toothache.
Cassetti was responsible for her murder.
He did it.
You're gonna say that for everybody?
He himself could have poisoned the Valerian before bringing it to his master. As for the...
But he would not have had any need to hide in Mrs. Hubbard's room.
And high time, too.
Time is what counts, Mrs. Hubbard, if we are to complete this inquiry before reaching Broad. I will therefore make my questions as brief.
Immediately, he's just like, shut up.
You're acquainted with the Armstrongs?
No, of course not. They were a very social family.
Mrs. Hubbard, I overheard the whole of your conversation with Pierre about there being a man in your room.
You don't know what I found this morning on top of the magazine I've been reading to send myself asleep.
Not.
Oh.
Dio mio, this is a pattern from the tunic of a wagon lead conductor.
Not one of Pierre's buttons is missing, and all his buttons are sewn on with old thread.
As I suspected.
How long have you been interested in religion?
From 5 years.
Okay. 5 years ago is when the murders happened, so possible connection?
I saw Jesus in the sky. It was a sign for me to look after little brown baby.
Yes. She did it.
What? Why would he think she did it?
Unfortunately, the first letter of your marriage signature has been almost obliterated by grease spots. Therefore, I would be greatly obliged if you could duplicate the mutilated entry of your passport.
Grunwald.
Duplication seems exact.
Excellent.
Have you and your husband ever visited America together?
No, we first met in Wiesbaden.
They seem the most disconnected.
You did not sleep well last night.
On the contrary. Apart from one of Mrs. Hubbard's customary outbursts, I slept very soundly.
As is my custom on night trains, I took Trional.
If taken in sufficient quantities, it is a poison.
You are not accused.
You are not accused.
Calm down.
You wish me to confess to the murder of Mr. What?
Oh, that would be great.
I have been accidentally reminded that you were the godmother of Mrs. Armstrong, who was herself the mother of the kidnapped child, Daisy.
I was the friend and admirer of her mother, the great American actress Linda Arden.
That's two people with a direct connection.
Surely she is still alive,
Alive, but bedridden.
Did she not have a second daughter younger than Mrs. Armstrong?
There was, but I do not recall her name.
Another daughter?
Mrs. Armstrong's maiden name was Greenwood.
Was there not a gallant chauffeur?
I never used him, I had my own. To remember one other, there he was, I think you would say the Colonel's Indian orderly. Always travel with my own personal maid. There was no need to speak with Mrs. Armstrong.
Doubtless Fräulein Schmidt will remember her name.
Paulette.
It's like he's on to something.
Have you a photograph of her in your possession?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh! Oh!
Be calm!
It's missing a button.
When did you last open the suitcase?
After Belgrade.
And the pass key?
Here is a photo, mein Herr.
Threw herself from a window?
It is her style, yeah, but the initial is wrong.
What is the princess's first name?
Natalia, mein Herr.
I would have liked to have seen the photograph.
You are a good and loyal friend to your mistress. Not only a good maid, but also a good cook. Not merely a good cook.
The flattery.
All my ladies have said so. I
don't know if she should be flattered or not. Ooh, what is that? Oh, the robe, the nightgown.
From your
acquaintanceship with Miss Debenham, would you have thought that she was,
That's a bloody irregular question.
They're in love.
The man was a perfect stranger. She'd never seen him before.
Did you know Colonel Armstrong?
Not to speak to. I'm Indian Army. He was British Army serving in India.
Ratchet was responsible for 5 deaths. And the ultimate suicide of Colonel Armstrong in the face of multiple and intolerable bereavement.
In my opinion, Ratchet deserved what he got. Though I'd sooner have seen him properly tried. By jury. Trial by 12 good men and true. Can I stay?
No, Colonel Arbuthnot.
Nah, it's the wink.
On the Bosphorus ferry boat, I overheard a part of your conversation with the Colonel.
Not now. Not now. When it's all over, when it's behind us, then.
Is he intentionally
At liberty unless you answer the question.
being that
I can
loud?
always call my lawyers long distance.
He's trying to get a reaction from him. Oh. Wow.
Perhaps you can answer it for her.
I think he's gonna.
Before I'd even met Miss Debenham, my wife asked me to provide her with a divorce. In view of my position, commanding officer, 12th Gurkhas, I refused. There is irrefutable evidence that she has been unfaithful to me. I have therefore instituted divorce proceedings. When those proceedings are all over,
Right.
I propose to marry Miss Debenham.
So she was definitely right to say, not till later. Not now.
Do you know Cassetti?
Not on your sweet life. Era mafioso.
He says he was mafia.
Who do you think killed him?
Un altro mafioso.
He says another mafia.
Whoa, Mrs. Hubbard, that's disturbing. You're also touching it, which maybe you shouldn't be doing.
I found it in my makeup bag. The missing button.
Precisely, and I can assure you the owner of the tunic is not now on the train.
Really?
Dr. Constantine and myself can confront the passengers with the solution of the murder.
That's the moment, right? Where we, like, present all the evidence and reveal the culprit.
Our last interrogation will be something of a gamble. But if it succeeds, I know.
All right, I like the attitude.
Ratchet asked them for an American bodyguard. They sent me. Didn't do so hot, huh?
No, you really didn't. Huh.
Paulette Michelle.
Wow. At least 3 people on the train with somewhat of a personal connection to Daisy Armstrong. Very odd. We are ready for this.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are all aware that the repulsive murderer has himself been repulsively and perhaps deservedly murdered.
Deservedly is fair.
There is evidence supporting the theory that the murderer was a stranger to us all. The murderer, disguised as a conductor, boarded the train that stabbed him to death, planted the dagger and the uniform, and then departed.
He doesn't believe that theory.
Here is the simple answer.
Someone wanted you to believe that. Let's hear the more complex one.
Remember my first solution when you've heard my second?
Okay.
Was Mr. McQueen lying when he denied ever knowing that Ratchet was Cassetti? Or did he become Ratchet's secretary as part of a deliberate plan?
Almost certainly.
When I told her Princess Dragomirov that I knew she was Mrs. Armstrong's godmother, even I knew more from reading the newspaper reports than she from her frequent visits.
I mean, she didn't seem to know anything, but she seemingly gave plausible-ish reasons.
I asked for particulars of the manservant.
He was, I think, the colonel's Indian, you would say, orderly.
Inaccuracy. He would have had a British Batman.
Yeah, okay.
And that the Countess Andrenier is Mrs. Armstrong's surviving younger sister.
I thought so. I didn't say it out loud, but I thought it.
Helen. She lost it under a convenient grease spot in her husband's passport.
Natalia, mein Herr. It is a Russian name.
Their capital N is written like our capital A.
Whoa. Never would have known that.
You are a good cook.
I thought there was something suspicious here.
As good a cook as Hildegard Schmidt must have been to the Armstrong house.
Ah. Well, that's most of them at this point.
6. Mary Debenham, who was Mrs. Armstrong's devoted secretary. He denied ever having spoken to Colonel Armstrong in India, and yet he remembered the decorations
which Colonel Armstrong had 1 year earlier.
Trial by 12 good men and true is a sound system.
The number 12 began to
Oh,
ring in my
wow.
head like a great bell.
They consider themselves to be the jury and executioners.
How many wounds were there in Ratchet's body? 12.
They each took one?
How many passengers in the Calais coach, excluding myself and the murdered man?
12, monsieur.
Ratchet never asked you to be his bodyguard, he asked me.
That makes sense.
And would have married her if, your daughter Paulette never died of scarlet fever. She killed herself when falsely accused of complicity.
Wow.
I truly believe you did look after little brown babies at your mission in Shimaga, but I believe you were covering up. For once, years earlier, when you were in America, having looked after a little white baby called Daisy. And gag, not crushed like the manservant. Would you kindly give Dr. Constantine your deepest butler's bow?
Don't do it, it's a trap.
Yes, there is an old contusion.
Yeah.
Armstrong's chauffeur. I asked if he had ever been in private service. If all these people are not implicated in the crime, then why? Have they all told me under interrogation stupid and often unnecessary lies? We now come to my own reconstruction of the night of the murder. Night of the red herring.
Please drink some water. You've been talking a while, sir.
I only wish I could describe it with the incomparable panache of America's greatest tragic actress, Harriet Belinda, Miss Linda Harden.
Oh.
The organizer of this extraordinary revenge.
6 speakers. Stop. Only 5.
Ah. So they changed the watch. Fascinating. Like all the details they went to with their deception.
Sit down, Koshmar.
At 1:15 came Mrs. Hubbard's announcement that there was a man in her room. And since Mr. McQueen said that Ratchet spoke no languages, Ratchet was already dead when a voice cried out from his room in French. The murder was committed before 1:15. Every single one of you had an unshakable alibi.
Right.
But later than 1:15, train was now silent and at peace. Silent, yes.
Peace, no.
At peace, no.
Oh, great line. Would explain why everyone was so tired.
My daughter. My granddaughter.
Wow.
Great soldier. An even greater friend.
Like this is their memorial service for their lost friends.
God, forgive me.
City.
Unbelievable.
With love. A repulsive murderer has himself been repulsively and perhaps deservedly murdered. In the simpler way by the mafioso disguised as a wagon wheel conductor, or in the more complex way that I have just outlined.
He's definitely complex. Oh my gosh.
It is for you, as the director of the line, to choose a solution that we shall offer to the police. I am in two minds.
Whoa.
I think the police at Broad would prefer the simplicity of the first.
Whoa.
If we have the uniform, there must have been a man in it. I elect the first solution.
Wow. I can understand being of two minds.
Mama?
It is a very literary murder and exposition. I'd be curious to see the remake, if they gave it that much time for the exposition there or not. Fascinating. Fascinating. And I guess that's how you get away with murder. I do feel a little conflicted because while certainly their actions are justifiable, they're still wrong from a legal standpoint. So, I don't know. Do you think they should have gotten away with this murder or not? Let me know in the comments. To the murder. To the Orient Express. Yeah, wow. This cast was great. They all... Oh boy, they did so good. I actually don't think I have anything else really to say about this, to be honest with you. It's a good movie. It was a great movie, even. I had a great time watching it. It was definitely a well thought out, well constructed mystery. And it was beautifully done. Beautifully done. Well, I do want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this reaction, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. Here's another video that you may enjoy. I want to thank my patrons, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.